Hello! Here we are going to talk about brain tumor segmentation with deep neural nets as published in the Journal for Medical Image Analysis. There are tumors that is impossible to be segmented, such as here in the Greek letters. These are organic living things that grow like tentacles inside a human brain. So we need special tools, maybe like GPUs and supercomputers. The challenges are the medical images often have very blurry boundaries and have no sharp contrast. It's not like a flower in a green field. However, we can use one thing to our advantage. It is that a tumor cell is most likely to be next to a tumor cell, which means biological things have an integrity about them. So, how can we use these properties to design CNNs that we can use? What we could do mathematically is to have a two-path with a smaller mask and a bigger mask to account for the whole structure, and a smaller mask to capture the details. And then we incorporate them into like a cascade architecture to taking account the fact that we need to capture details for image analysis. Here we can see the one that doesn't think that this is a sequential data. This very last one puts the most emphasis on the data that comes right before this. So this is thinking that this is sequential data. So which one should we use? So how are we going to score the models is by a design dice score that's almost like a binary image thing that we won't go into too much, but this is also why these models have two different training phases that we also won't go into. But this is the scores for the different cascade models and two-path models. So we can see that the results are really excellent. So here we see the input cascade, which was the first one on that graph, is the one that's the most accurate, highest performing. So it means that the image data obviously is not sequential because this is not like language or anything. And seems like if we feed it into the hybrid two-path architecture, this is when it produces the best results. And here we can see how the state-of-the-art model scored compared to whatever other things were competing against in a competition. And the most time that it needed, as long as you provide like state-of-the-art GPUs, seems to be like 3 minutes, which is more than okay for an automatic segmentation task. What's the takeaway from the paper? So what I thought was funny was why did they try to investigate a model that's almost like they're trying to figure out if the very last input is like more important or there's some sort of sequence to the image? Do they even need to do that? So what if they just talk to like a more professional? Maybe they should just save one page in the research paper. I feel like sometimes people make things more complicated so they have more to like write about. So, from what they found from this model, what could be further inferred from other medical imaging problems so people can spend less time trying to solve problems in general.